Hello, friends, and welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energies for the week of the 16th through the 22nd of October. My name is pcarraras, and I hope that you're doing well. Now, let me know in the comments below as you come in where you're watching from, how you've been feeling. We are in this in-between right now. This portal between the eclipses, the eclipse that we had with the new moon in Libra, and we're moving towards the full moon eclipse in the sign of Taurus on October 28th. Okay, so that's going to be the last eclipse of that series, Taurus and Scorpio in the nodes series. All right, so I already pulled some cards for the themes, but I am pulling from the Work Your Light Oracle. Felt guided to go ahead and pull some of these cards. They're very lovely and insightful. Let me get 2 or 3. I already have one, the card of Unbound, the card of Akasha, and I will talk about these in a sec. Let's get one more. And we get Council of Light. Okay, so here we go with the card Unbound. This is peaking, it's really peaking with these eclipses, okay? This releasing of old versions of ourselves, releasing of attachments that we have. And when I say attachments, this could be, things that we think about in a habitual way. We are so attached to that way of being, and it almost identifies who we are. Okay, this identification of, oh, I've always been this way, or that's just the way I am, or that's how I think. Those old versions of ourselves, old ways of thinking, are now being released. Okay, there is this huge energy surge that happens with eclipses. Now, this is specifically saying that we are releasing patterns of our soul, okay, and any sort of contracts that we may have in this life or in past lives as well. Okay, so there is this karmic release. This karmic release, and there's a big sense of things shifting, and it might feel very chaotic at the moment because it feels like there's a lot that is beyond our control. And we get this card of Akasha, which is saying that your guidance is divinely guided. So this is the reassurance that we are exactly where we need to be, that, we've come so far, that all this, the way that we've been living and the way that things have been going definitely cannot stay in the same way. So you're being guided, and it's almost like a divine detour. Okay, so it may seem strange, uncertain, because it does not feel familiar, but trust me, when this card comes up, you are definitely being divinely supported in your journey. Okay, now we get the Council of Light, and this is all of our ascended masters, our guides, our light beings, people that have long departed. This right here, I mean, you see, it's exactly that. It's a council of light beings that are watching over us, and it says that there is a divine orchestration. Okay, trust that you have helpers in the subtle realms. Okay, you have help and you have support from heaven. Okay, so this is a beautiful message to start off. And the themes, look at this. We have the dark night of the soul. And whenever we get this card, is because there is this sort of energy surge, and it's energy coming in, but also the things that we are purging, and that strength that is required through these moments that can feel very overwhelming and heavy. Okay, there's a lot of dense energy that is wanting to be transmuted into light. Okay, so this is a great time to like really come together as a spiritual community to be one in this, bringing more light into this dark situation. Okay, so next card we have is the North Node. So this is definitely saying we are headed to this full moon to close a huge cycle here, but it talks about purpose, life purpose, that life calling. Okay, there's something that is really calling you and wants you to answer. Your soul is kind of leading you to this place where you will have success and accomplishment if you do listen to this great calling. Okay, also the fact that this is wanting you to have this inner union. Okay, this inner union, that coming into alignment, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, because when you are, everything else aligns and the path shows itself. Okay, now interestingly enough, we get these two cards, the True Love and the Supreme Protection card, and they both have elephants. Okay, this could be very significant for someone. Elephants are very lucky and prosperous animals. They have this, these wonderful qualities of being in packs and being very territorial as well. And it's so interesting. It's been on my feed. I have friends that are right now traveling and we're in the presence of elephants. It's just a very odd thing, but two cards with elephants coming through here. It could be a spirit animal or a sign for someone. So we have this card of True Love, and this is highlighting our connections and our bonds. And we just had the solar eclipse happen in Libra, and Libra is all about that union, that bond, the balance, the harmony in relationships. Okay, but this is signaling for some of you new love coming in. Okay, and for others of you, it can mean a reconciliation in a union. Okay, so this energy is very palpable for this week. Okay, we are in a moment of transition. So, people ask all the time, what happens, if I meet someone in this time of transition? It could mean that the energy that is available right now it's more for already putting into place what we've learned. So this could be a person that comes to put you in a place where you're already integrating these lessons. Okay, so you have the card of Supreme Protection, another elephant, and it's saying that it's okay to open your heart. Okay, you are safe, and there are destined life events. And with the tarot cards that came through, this is so aligned because our first card was the Ace of Wands, which brings this surge of energy. Okay, it can make us really motivated or really, open to our creativity, but it could also make us very fatigued. Okay, because it's that energy that kind of like rushes through, and it just, it requires sometimes for us to pull back and pause as well. And with the Seven of Cups coming through, it brings a little bit of this, not really putting all the chips in their place, like all the chips. It's like feeling a little bit confused, having maybe a lot of options and things that are up in the air, having mixed feelings, feeling confused, not knowing how to feel. This Seven of Cups brings a lot of that. It brings sort of like clouded vision. You could feel a little bit like you don't have a clear direction, but look at what comes next. It's the Judgment card, and this is the card that I was saying before. There is this call that wants to be answered, and this is that call. This is good news coming in. This is finally being able to follow that calling. And it's for many of us a wake-up call. Now also, this card, with everything that is going on in the world and as a collective, it is a lot of this ascension. Okay, there is a lot of souls that are ascending and that are leaving this earth, this realm. Okay, so this also, it makes us very confused. It can make us feel very sad, not know how to feel very uncertain. Okay, now the next card was the Tower in the reverse. Okay, which is talking about avoiding the eye-opening situations. Okay, because this card, it means that there are things that are breaking apart, things that are showing us where the foundation could have been faulty, where things were being built in faulty foundation. It brings shocking moments, it brings chaos, and with it in reverse, it doesn't mean that these things don't happen, but we can definitely, as a collective, create a lot of better scenarios here. Okay, if we all come together in spirit, we can all make things better. You may feel this Eight of Swords, which is like you feel helpless and hopeless. Okay, there's a lot of that, because there's a lot of battles that are being fought right now in the spiritual and in the physical world, and this can make you feel like there's nothing that you can do, like your hands are tied, and it brings a lot of anxious thoughts and a feeling of being paralyzed by those thoughts. Okay, so just know that with this Tower in the reverse, I feel like, they're showing us where the cracks are, and we are not wanting to see or do anything. It's making us feel like we are exactly that. We are in this paralysis. Okay, like there's nothing that we could do, but there's always something that we can do. Okay, and these events, everything that is happening in our lives, are part of destined life events, and the Wheel of Fortune comes to reaffirm that. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune talks about a turn of events that creates change where things couldn't have stayed the same, and it's things that need to happen that are divinely orchestrated, like exactly what these cards were saying in before in the Work Your Light cards. These are divinely orchestrated events, okay, that are happening. Doesn't mean that anybody deserves this this uncertainty and all these changes happening in this way, and lives being taken away, or having these situations that keep us in this confused state, or make us feel like there's nothing that we can do. Okay, this is why we come together in spirit, and we unify and we bring ourselves to this place where we can shine light out to the darkness, okay? Now, the bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles, and I'm going to use this as the overall energy for this week. It talks about partnerships and working together. So again, you know, it's really a time for that, to come together as a community, as a society, as spirit, living in this human experience, to really unify, do things together, build, okay? Come together and you know, in peace, okay? All right, so for this week, I feel like, you know, I want to guide you to, you know, just be really mindful about yourself and others, okay? I always remind you to be very compassionate to yourself, because sometimes we could be our harshest critic, and you know, we can allow our egos to kind of, you know, speak loudly and take over and make us even like forget who we are and scare us into this paralysis. But since there's so much incoming energy and this purging and this ascension that is taking place, we need to be strong. We need to be strong. We need to take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies, our minds, whatever we're consuming, whatever we are watching, whatever we're reading, whatever you are eating, and you know, staying very hydrated and making sure that we bless our food anytime that we are eating, that we don't go into major excess, okay? There is a message here about that. I feel like also there is this reminder of true love and this reconciliation card. I feel like where things seem like they could be falling apart, there is always a way back. And things are meant to go through situations that are not easy in order for those bonds to grow and to solidify, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna allow you to just take a breath and ask a few questions. I'm gonna pull from the Angel Answers Oracle and hopefully get you some answers to your questions. Just take a deep breath and center yourself. I already have some cards coming up. If you want this card right here, this is A. And if you want this card, this is B. So choose one, and that will be your answer. So A, you get the card of reconsider. Okay? So if you've been going in a certain direction, you've been turning your back on something, someone, it is time to reconsider, to take a second look, okay? Pause, go back, you know, take another look at this, give it another chance, reconsider, see all the facts, see all the options, wait for the waters to calm, and then take another look at it and reconsider, okay? Now for my B, if you chose B and if you chose the number 2 card, it says it is not the right time, okay? It is not the right time. So whatever you have been, you know, wanting to put forth, wanting to take action on, this is not the right time. You know, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that it might take a little bit more. Maybe even It goes with the reconsider card. Maybe it takes a little bit more time here to reconsider and look at all the options. It is not the right time maybe to, go ahead with that which you were wanting to bring forth, or, to go back or to actually make a decision. I feel like by the end of the week, by the 22nd, or maybe even in 10 days, you're gonna know what to do. Okay, it's gonna be a better time to kind of, make a more conscious choice. Okay, so I hope that this reading was helpful. You guys know that I am taking private clients. I am doing readings. If you want, a more personalized message, if you have questions, if you feel a little lost, I am here for you. You're not alone. You can always write to me directly and we can set up a session. I would love to work with you. Thank you so much for listening in and tuning in and liking and sharing this video. I will see you on the next one. Have a great week and let's focus on peace, okay? I send you fearless light and love. Take good care, guys. Bye.